What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about I would say, enormous Battlefield 6 rumor, and that is that the game will not release on PS4 and Xbox One. Now, that to me, that's mind-blowing, okay? I think we have heard it before. I believe there has been kind of chatter. I go into it originally not really believing it. It just seems kind of not really a too good to be true situation, because I'll re-explain kind of where I stand on cross-gen games and exclusive to next-gen systems. But this is big. I mean, this would be absolutely enormous because this is a very big shooter. It's a game that EA probably wants to do very, very well. We can look at really what they've talked about with Battlefield 5, even Battlefield 1, which did not do very well according to them, even though it sold like 7 or 8 million units, and they said, well, we were kind of hoping for like 10 to 12, so it didn't do all that well. I really quickly want to thank Pedro over on Twitter, though. He sent this my way, so thank you to him. Hopefully he's watching this video. And this comes from Tom Henderson, and we've talked about Tom Henderson before. He's very much in the know, it seems, with certain shooters. Battlefield definitely is one of the games that he is kind of most well-versed in. We've talked about other leaks that he, or I guess things he said about the game. But here's the tweet. In other news, I still have yet to hear anything concrete that Battlefield will come to past-gen consoles. So, again, PS4, Xbox One. Theory, it indicates to me that it probably won't, and the biggest reason Battlefield will come to Xbox Game Pass on day one is to boost up player numbers. So, it's obviously this is not a confirmation. This is something that we have to take it with a grain of salt. He could very well be wrong. And the thing that's easy with this one is we'll very quickly be able to know. I think, the game's going to get announced in May. It seems like everybody's saying May. So I feel like, I don't know if you'd see the systems the game will be on in May. It may just be a trailer, and then June or July, we get like a lot of gameplay, we get the official release date, and that's when we would get the consoles. But if they put that all in one go, so like in May, they show gameplay, they show a trailer, I guess in opposite order, they show a release date, they would show the consoles. I truly do believe they'd say which consoles it's coming out. So, again, I think the best thing with this news story, or this rumor story, is that we would know, I would say relatively soon, within the next month or two, if he's right or wrong, okay? Now, where I stand on this. I've said it before. It's gotten me in trouble before. I am a supporter of moving things to next-gen consoles as quickly as you can. Not doing it in the most malicious way possible. And I don't say it in a malicious way. Look, the world is very bad and different right now than it was back when the PS4 and Xbox One launched, okay? You can't get a PS5. You can't find it. You have to be pretty darn lucky to get these systems. It's hard to get. And then obviously there's money and the economy and all that stuff. I mean, I get it. Money doesn't grow on. These are always things I try to say just so I don't sound heartless, because I'm really not. I mean, I understand if you can't afford it or if you can't find one. And that's what makes, in my opinion, has changed, by the way. I would have originally said, hey, when the next-gen consoles come out, you move games, exclusively to them. Probably not that severe, but I would say over the first year, you really try to push games to go to next-gen only. And that's, again, that's a thing you do throughout the year. It's not something that the first day you say, okay, this is what's going to happen. The way things have worked this time around, it really seems like it's a year 2 or 3 thing. So what I'm trying to say is this. Battlefield 6 will probably come out, I'm going to say October. That will be my prediction, because I think the past Battlefield games have done the same thing. It'll come out October. That's still less than a year after PS5 and Xbox Series X and S have released. So to do it 11 months later and to say we're only coming out on those systems is very bold, especially for a third party, right? Because obviously Microsoft has done the Medium. That's really the only one I can think of. Sony has done a couple games, Demon's Souls, even like Astro's Playroom, I guess. But, Demon's Souls is one you have to buy. Okay, Ratchet and Clank is going to be one. Returnal is going to be one. These are games you could only get on PS5, which I respect the heck out of that. Because look, they're not going to sell well, because there's 6-7 million PS5s out there. Of course, they're not going to sell 4, 5, 6 million units, because that would mean every single person that has a PS5 is going to buy these games, and the attachment rate is not very high. It's higher for like the Switch. The Switch is a very high attachment rate. The rest of the consoles, it's very, very low. So they're going to get hurt a little bit, but you have to give people a reason to buy next gen. That's kind of the thing I've always talked about with why my reasoning behind it. But with Battlefield, the thing, I mentioned earlier, right, that EA was not happy whatsoever with the sales of Battlefield 1. And that's important. I didn't just say that just to say it. If I don't know if this is true. Like, I want to believe it, and in a way I want it to be true because it would kind of be like, it would be like a really big thing. I don't know if it'd be big in like a really good way because I think it would get a lot of hate, but I think it would just be big in general. Like, it'd be something to talk about. It would be something that would shake the industry in some way, okay? But going back to what they thought of the last Battlefield game, it sold really well. But they put their expectations so high because obviously it's EA, they want to make money, and they want to make money more than most developers want to make money, or most publishers. They were not happy with it. Like I said, I believe the article I remember, I think it sold like 7 or 7.5 million units, and they said like that wasn't good enough. I think they were expecting somewhere around 10. So it undersold in there, and that was only after a couple, I feel like that was after like 3 or 4 months. So like obviously it probably got there eventually, but I think that was what they wanted in that time frame. So it's tough. I mean, EA has very, like, love them or hate them, the fact is, like, the state of EA is they want the game to sell enormous numbers. And if it doesn't, that's a big problem. So that's kind of what makes me a little hesitant to believe this rumor, because it's like, all right, if you put it on Series, and we don't know the numbers, but let's say by October, we have like, I don't know, 10 or 12 million PS5s, and let's say 6 or 7 Xbox next-gen consoles, okay? Let's say 20 million even. You would need half of every single person that has a next-gen system, half, to buy Battlefield 6 in order for it to be profitable. Or, I guess, make EA's quota. That's asking a lot. A lot. And if you only do it on next-gen, you're asking for, I mean, that's the stat we just kind of broke down, right? Now, again, like, I'm throwing numbers against the wall, but even if it's, like, 25 million, then you would need, like, still, if you need 10, you still need close to half of the amount of people that have a next-gen console. And look, not everybody's buying a next-gen console to play Battlefield 6. I will. I'll buy it on my PS5, but I don't know how many other people, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's many people that would buy a shooter, but I don't know if it's half. I don't know if half the people that bought the next-gen console are in it for Battlefield. So definitely interesting. Like I said, if it happens, it's a big deal. And like he said, you know, putting on Xbox Game Pass, I think just to try to get as many people as humanly possible. You do have PC. I know I didn't mention that. Okay, so I guess you could throw that in there too. Like, it would come to next-gen and PC. If they get like, and I don't know the metrics, though. I don't know if they get half from PC. I know PlayStation is generally kind of high, right? Xbox is a little bit below that. So, I don't know. Even if it's like 33%, like on all three of them, you're still asking for quite a bit. But we'll have to see how it goes. Again, it would be just a really big thing if it happens, though. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you have a next-gen console? In which case, you know, it obviously does impact you, because if you have one, you would be able to get it. If you didn't have one under this rumor, you wouldn't be able to get it. So let me know what you guys think, if you even believe the rumor in the first place. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.